Welcome back to another YouTube video. Time to talk about Raw and NXT. So, Raw was okay, not great. It wasn't really that good either. Just an okay show. Dragon Lee and Javon Evans versus Division. Division beat them. The Alpha Academy come out to make the save, and they also get beat up. And they're gonna have a tag match next week on Raw. Okay. Tom Brady getting into it with Logan Paul. That happened at Fanatics Fest. Tom Brady do something in WWE potentially? Probably. Because another video package for him. He's coming back. Voiceover by Enzo, by the way. So Enzo's going to come back with him. He has to. Judgment Day, threatening Danhausen over money. Eventually, Danhausen gets them their money. It's fake. And then that led to Obafemi destroying JD McDonough and Dominic having a match against Joe Hendry, which he won? Joe Hendry. Hang on. Yeah, Joe Hendry beat Dominic. Okay. Yeah, so Joe Hendry beats Dominic. Obafemi destroys JD McDonough. Seth and Seth and Solo Sokoa have a little talk. Solo's like, I can help you beat Roman. Seth is like, I'll think about it. And that was pretty much that. And then Jacob Fatu came out, attacked Solo. Seth super kicked Jacob Fatu. Later, backstage, Seth's like, you can't hit me. Roman told you can't hit me. But after SummerSlam, Jacob Fatu's like, I'm going to beat what's left of you. So there's your program post SummerSlam. Chad Gable and Penta versus Rusev and Ethan Page. Chad Gable and Penta win with a submission. Chad Gable does Penta does a power driver. Chad Gable does his ankle lock on Rusev. So Rusev got tapped out. We got video packages of Seth and Roman. You know their history. I'm gonna go over it again. And then, here we go. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. Fatu wins with a double jump moonsault. And then Solo comes down. Royce Keys comes down. Usos come down. They're all fighting. Bloodline sits tall at the end of the show. Cool. Raw was decent. Like I said, not great. All right. NXT. Dark State versus Noam Dar, Romeo Monroe. Romeo Murrow. Monroe, I think. Yeah, Monroe, because Monroe would be M-O-N. So Romeo Monroe and Shaquan Sugars. Match was good. Dark State win, like I thought they would. So yeah, good match. Lizzie Rain, Thea Hale, basically some of the women's locker room talking about some of them having matches, they won opportunities, yada yada. Kendall Gray and Lola Vice come out to do their promos against each other. Kendall's like, I'll beat you in whatever match because I'm that damn good. You know how it goes. Lola Vice was basically like alluding to the fact of NXT Underground for the NXT Women's Championship. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Not next week, but the week after. So, like the Tuesday after SummerSlam happens, that's when this match is going to happen. Hank Walker versus Keanu Carver. Keanu Carver wins and then gets beat up by Hank, Tank, and BK Prosper. Why he got beat up by all three of those people? Because he hurt. or he had matches against all three of those people. Not to say that he injured them, but they were all beat by him. So they're like, all right, well, we'll all beat him up together. Cool, whatever. Danhausen and Shiloh Hill had a segment together. I don't know what the point of that was. Give him a tooth? Yeah, pretty much. Jada Parker versus Natty. Jada Parker wins because Carmen and Nikita Lyons were like, oh, should we throw in the towel? Of course not. And then Thea Hale came in and threw in the towel. So, yeah, that's why she lost, because a towel got thrown in. So, yeah. And then I think we're probably going to do Thea Hale and Jada Parker versus Nikita Lyons and Carmen Petrovich maybe next week, I guess. Yeah, why not? What's that? OTM roll up. And Bronco was like, he said, we got to have a chat about what he's doing with Petos Del Mar and for AAA. And Lucian Price walks away awkwardly. And it lets them talk in private as they cut away. So, yeah, okay. So they're basically going to talk about Petos Del Mar, AAA stuff. Who knows? Maybe his tag partner will go with him. I don't know. Nico Benz versus Sean Spears. The match ended in DQ because Sean Spears did the Eddie Guerrero spot with a chair. He banged the chair on the mat, threw the chair to Nico, laid out like you got hit with it. Sean Spears wins by DQ. Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights roll up. They're talking about getting a tag title match next week. But Miles Bourne is also willing to put his North American Championship on the line. And he said, oh yeah, Cam Hendricks got a text saying he's cleared. So Robert Stone makes the match official. Said the stipulation is that if Miles Bourne wins, him and Tavion Heights will have their tag match against Swipe Right the week after. So Miles Bourne has to win a singles match for them to get a tag match, basically. Raina Vulcan versus Skylar Rain. Raina Vulcan, aka Nikki Blackheart, destroys Skylar Rain. Torture rack, tapped her out. She wins. You know how it goes. Shiloh Hill and Tristan Angels is made for next week. And then we got the street fight. Tony D'Angelo versus Naraku, aka Evil from New Japan. Chairs, barricade spot, tables, poison mist, twice, actually. Yeah, but lots of good like weapons and whatnot used in this match. So cool. Tony D'Angelo wins, as I expected him to. And then Mike Santana shows up. So be prepared for that to be Tony D'Angelo's next challenger. Whether Mike Santana beats him for the belt off rip, I don't know. They could do that. They could not do that. Eventually, I'm expecting Mike Santana to get that NXT title, though. Anyway, that's everything. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Happy wrestling, everybody. See you guys later.